Good afternoon, members. Seeing Dr. Sitonik here, I realized that it was probably intentional that she came here before me, because AR has been all the way to the UN and Metropolitan joined the Global Compact about a month ago. So we are the monos in the room, and we are hoping to follow AR all the way to the UN and bring some trophy home someday. Today is Committee Chairman's Day, because the committees are to a very significant extent the thematic areas where a lot of our work is conducted, where impact is made, where the rubber hits the road. So mine is pretty simple. It is first and foremost to thank you all for being here. I know Dr. Wala, my able vice chairman, will be passing a vote of thanks at the end. But I would want to thank you first for being members of KHF, because all member organizations derive their strength from their membership. If Nyalita goes to the ministry and she's asked who is your member and she has 2 people in tow, the Ministry of Health will not give her much attention. So the more of you who are enrolled, the more of you who come for such functions, the more of you who are active in various committees and forums, the more enabled, the more powerful, the stronger KHF will be, and the more impact and the more the leverage it can have. Our job is to be proactive, not to react. Oftentimes, in Kenya and elsewhere, organizations such as ours spend their time trying to react to decisions that have been made in some office. We are now increasingly using the term deep state, usually with negative connotations. But decisions tend to be made. They are made in a room like this, and if you are not a participant, if you are not active, you spend your time reacting to changes that are well-meaning but may harm your organization because the people who designed them did not have your input. So it's very, very important that you support us to continue to be at the table. There are a number of initiatives. One of them was covered here. And yes, Metropolitan is working with the Ministry of Health to digitize the connection in reporting between MOH and all healthcare facilities. And my dream is that sometime in my lifetime, I'll be able to see a fully digitized health space where I'm only going to a facility in the event of an extreme emergency. And I'm saying that aware that I run a healthcare facility that is still one of those where you have to make a trip to. I am looking forward to that day, and for all those in the digital space, we have a new committee chair, we have a new committee vice chair, freshly minted yesterday, with Vinod as the head of the mint, and I want to congratulate both of them for their election, Kanda and Jane, and to wako nyumbani. Are they in the house? You know, Kanda, where I come from, is a colloquial term for a young man going places. So we are very pleased to have that team. Karibu sana. So we are in good hands because that committee has to work for us to really be digital. The Healthcare Financing Committee has to work for us to improve the financing arrangement we have in the country, and it's very busy right now because we are contracting with NHIF and providers are having a fair amount of discomfort. So please join the group that is working to sort out the NHIF contracting issues. NHIF intends that we thrive, but some of the things they are put in the contract are not achieving that objective, and would want them to improve them. I want to finish by saying that we are once again going to have a transition shortly. So I want to ask all of you to vote. The worst thing we can have in this country is a hung election. So whichever side you're voting, let's vote so that we express our will, and hopefully there'll be a clear winner. No Supreme Courts, no repeat elections, because business does not thrive in uncertainty, and would want to have as much certainty as we can have. We need to help this country go through that transition. We have a war going on. Some of us are having trouble accessing Forex. We'd ask that you keep us informed, because we are trying to position healthcare as a priority allocation sector for the Forex that is available in the country. We've not seen much in the way of communication. We hope no one is suffering in silence, because to the extent that we are able to help, we can attempt to help. Finally, I want to remind each and every one of us that part of the job that KHF has on its hand is to help us transit through the transitions that the health sector is going through. One of those is an analog to a digital transition. So we have a committee. There is an out-of-pocket payment to prepayment, whether through NHIF or through a private insurer. We have a committee. We have a transition from fee for service to being paid on a package basis, which means our procurement has to be on spot. And Vinod is heading a committee to help us achieve that transition. So we are alive to the changes in the sector, and we don't want any of our members to become a victim of change, because change leads to new ways of doing things, to new organizations, to growth among those who embrace it and are able to take the opportunities that it brings. So please engage with us, challenge us, work with us, so that we all transition into the new administration, into the new age, digital age, as stronger, active, and engaged members. Thank you for your attention.